There we go. Hello. Thank you for joining me. What's the old Star Wars joke? May the 4th be with you. Okay. Somebody had to say it, right? And tomorrow is one of my favorite little holidays in San Diego. I'm in Colorado now, hibernating. Tomorrow is, you know what it's called, Cinco de Mayo. But is anybody going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo tomorrow? Oh, darn. That's one holiday I really enjoy. I really do. Anyway, thank you for guys. Claude Diamond here. And I like to talk about sales and real estate, lease purchasing, and smart marketing. It's kind of funny. I had my group call today, and I've got some clips here I want to show you, some outtakes. Every Monday, I do a private group Zoom seminar with all my students, and they're from all over the world, 19 different countries, and we talk about running a business from home, a practical, high profit, low overhead business. I love it. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. If anyone wants to join, here is the StreamYard link. I have it posted in there. Love when other people come on. We have comments and we have a dialogue and stuff. And as usual, it is 5:09 here in Winter Park, Colorado. What does that mean to you? Well, to me, it means let's have some darn beer, man. It was a long day today. We had a lot of fun on my group call. I had several private consultations. I made signed up a new client today. I cannot get over, and I was talking about this today, how good business is. I don't want to sound like a jerk here. I hate braggarts. I hate when these gurus, tell me what you think, when these gurus stand in front of their cars or their Lamborghinis, or they're overdressed here. Your Uncle Claude here is in my nice little surfer kind of hoodie here. But when they're trying to impress you with, what do you guys think about gurus who try to impress you with their capitalism, with not capitalism, with their goods, their bling, their cars, their jets and everything? That doesn't impress me at all. I want to know how you made your money. Did you make it honestly? What did you say or do to make your money? How did you sell people? Did you really talk to people? Or is this just a manipulative technique to try to impress you with all that bling bling and stuff like that? I have a really good video here I want to share with you guys. We had a discussion today. Who's the best salesperson? An introvert, quiet, shy guy, doesn't make eye contact or anything, or the loud guy, the big mouth like me? Who do you think's the better salesperson? Okay. Hey, Blake Copeland, how you doing, Blake? Howdy to you too. That's what we say here in Colorado. Howdy a lot. Howdy is New York for how the hell are you? Or how you doing? That's where I'm originally from, New York and New Jersey, and hope everybody's doing well out there. It's tough with the virus out in that part of the country. Claudia and I, my wife, isn't that a great name, by the way? Yeah, I'm so bad with names. I had to marry a woman named Claudia. Yeah, I know. And we left and came back here to Colorado, a little ski town that we have a chalet in, a house in, and we love it here. It's quiet. The supermarkets have plenty of toilet paper and hand sanitizer. And I work from home most of the day anyway, but at least I can get out and do my 10-mile run if I can today. A little short today. Absolutely. I only got 5 in today. I want to show you a video. It's about 6-7 minutes long. It's a nice discussion on Zoom we had today about the difference between extroverts and introverts. Who's the better salesperson? And then I'll come back to you. We'll have some beer, and maybe and any questions you want, or if anybody wants to join in, you're my guest. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to my screen here. I'm gonna share. I hope this works. Yay. Okay, and I'm going to go get rid of that screen. And I want to show you this. I want to show you who sells better video. Okay. Mythology out there, and I want to eliminate it. Good morning, Dennis and Kimberly. Smile, you two. Aren't they the cutest couple? Look at them. You guys ought to get married or something. Oh, you are. That's right. There you go. Question for the group. Who sells better, an extrovert or an introvert? What do you guys think? You can raise your hand or just jump in real fast if there's a break. There's never a break.
Say an extrovert.
Go ahead, Herbie.
No, knowing your history, you're an introvert at first.
I'm a recovering introvert. Okay. Who's a better salesperson, though? Herbie, what do you think?
I would say would probably naturally an extrovert would have a slight advantage.
But extroverts don't listen well. Ask my wife, all right? I have that husband disease. We don't listen. I know all the ladies are shaking their head right now. Yvonne, I didn't acknowledge you. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm here.
Good. Extrovert or introvert, my friend?
Personally, I think extroverts, just like Hervik said, I think naturally they probably don't listen better, but I think in terms of getting people's attention and kind of, persuading people, I think extroverts do a lot better because they're not shy, I guess. I'm not saying introverts are shy, but
do you think that extrovert personality, that outgoing energy from that person is attractive in some cases or annoying?
I think it's attractive. It depends on how far you can go with it, but majority of the times I think it's attractive because it shows confidence. I think a lot of times in selling, as we do, you have to have confidence. So I think that's why extroverts tend to have that a lot more compared to an introvert.
Anybody here ever meet an extrovert and you couldn't get it, and you waited for them to take a breath, which they never do, to get a word in? Has anyone ever experienced that? Does anyone have a friend like that who just doesn't have to breathe and can talk for 5 minutes straight?
I'm that friend.
Observation.
Who said Claude is like that? I heard you.
No,
I heard you.
I said I have an observation. I think the extrovert selling the old style where you were just running over people's objections and asking for the order 5 times and pretending you don't hear them. I think in the old style, I think the extrovert might have the advantage because like a lot of people, I believe that was the way you had to do it. But listening and learning from you and having to listen, I think the introvert, if they're properly studied and taught, has the advantage because they actually do listen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Claude, I have a comment.
Go ahead, Dave.
when you go to your doctor is not some obnoxious extrovert. He's usually a quiet, focused. He wants to get to the point. He usually will. It's kind of a cross between a lawyer and a doctor, where you got to use the listening skills, but know how to ask the right questions.
Don't we find that attractive to the person, the engineer, the doctor, who's a little more sedate and listens to what we're saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think there's a place for both personalities? Maybe a hybrid?
Yes.
What do you think, Sammy? I saw the thumbs up there.
Yes, I think they both bring different skills to the table, and it's a matter of balance between mixing the two. If you're introverted or shy, you need to work a little bit on the outgoingness. And if you're extroverted, you may have to pull it back a little bit, reel it in just a couple of notches to find that balance. And each individual that you work with is going to be a little bit different. So that calibration on the move becomes key because you need to calibrate to who you're selling to, who you're interacting with, who you're working with.
Yeah. Suzette. Yes. You had your hand up. Did you have to go to the bathroom or you wanted to?
I was sending my letters to stop. But I do agree. I think it depends on the person we are talking to. If that person is introverted, we cannot come aggressive as an extroverted and not let them talk. But if that person is extroverted and we're trying to be introverted, then we're never gonna get a word to that extroverted person either. So we kind of have to mirror. I don't want to say a mirror, but I would say that somewhat you have to see who you're talking to and then kind of adjust what you're going to say and how we're going to say it.
I like that.
Still making it interesting for that person because we have to make it interesting to them, but somehow catch their attention with doing and saying more or less using their words. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but.
Okay. Does anyone here know a couple where The one partner is talks a lot, and the other one is a little more quiet and sedate. Do we know a lot? Do we know people like that in our world?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think there's room for both. I think when you're selling. Good morning, Steve. Steve in New York. How's things going out there, man? You okay? You're muted, buddy. I'll unmute you here. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good.
I'm in sunny Central Florida right now. I can't go back.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You escaped from New York, ground zero.
I'm down here going on over 2 months already. So.
All right. You're falling in love with the blue-haired ladies who go down the one-way streets?
I'm falling in love with the weather.
Okay.
The weather here is unbelievable. I talked to home. My wife and my son are there, and they're saying it's in the 50s. It's raining. And it's all good stuff. It's all great.
You know what I like about you, Steve? I always talk about communications. You're one of the few people who know how to talk like me. You know what I'm saying?
You let it go. You got to get your point across.
You talking to me or what here?
You got to use the hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget about it. You know?
Use the hands.
This?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think there's room for both. You got to be a good communicator. You've also got to listen. I think listening sometimes, or leaning forward, or a little body language. Do you think that's a turn on for a prospect?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Tim Wood.
It's engaging.
Tim Wood, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And it shows that you're paying attention to them, and it makes them feel like you're paying attention to them, and it makes them feel like you care and you're interested in what they're saying. So absolutely. It puts them in the position where they go, oh, this guy cares about me. This guy really wants to know what's going on with me, or what my problem is, or something like that. So absolutely, I think that's a big turn on for them.
Absolutely. What happens if you're going out on a first date and you do a lot of this? You're a millennial.
There will be no second date.
I think
you put the phone down and they're not there.
Well, if you're a millennial, the person on the other side of the table probably has the phone and you're talking to them.
Yeah, you're texting each other.
Even though you're 6 feet apart. Absolutely. Let's go to, that was interesting. Thank you for that, guys. Let's go to open forum here. Anybody have a question, a role play? Who has a deal to pitch, or who has some bragging? I want to hear some bragging. Last week, I'll start us off. Last week, we had I don't know what's going on. I don't have the answer here, but without sounding like a jerk, our business is booming right now, and I don't know why. Thank you. I wasn't trying to get accolades or anything, or sound like a braggart or something, but for some reason, we're getting a lot of phone calls. We're getting a lot of emails, texts. We did a phenomenal deal, a follow-up deal. I talked about it in the Skype group. That I was deciding whether or not I just took a 14, 15 mile run. I was going to take a nap, and I said, no, I got some follow up. And that one person I followed up with turned out to be the most amazing deal for the month of May. I've already hit my financial goal for the month of May. I tracked back my financials, what we did, what our gross sales were, going back 20 plus years. And this May is the best May we've ever had. And it was because I returned the phone, and I was just amazed at how good the business is right now with all this bad stuff going on. Anybody have an answer for me?
I have a question.
Okay, you answered my question with a question. I've trained you way too well. Technology out there, and I want to eliminate it. Good morning, Dennis and Kimberly. Smile, you two.
Okay, let's go back. Let's get out of this, and let's have a little beer together. And here we go. I'm back again. Thank you. And Blake Copeland, do you like the book, Never Split the Difference? I got mixed feelings on it. One of my favorite negotiating tactics, Blake, is to say to, you know what, you want 100 and I want 125 and I want 125. Can we do 112.50? So I do split the difference a lot of times. My thing is to just get deals done. Other than that, it's a good book. It is not a bad sales book. It's okay. Absolutely. Extroverts can build rapport faster, but they don't listen as well as introverts. I believe you have to be a chameleon, and you mirror your customers, and above all, be an expert at your business. And I don't ambivert. I think you mean
Extrovert is the ultimate sales. Ambivert. Okay, you gave us a new word, Blake. I've never heard. Is that a real word? Ambivert. I have never heard that word. I've learned something. Are you inventing your own new language? Gary Vaynerchuk does that a lot of times. He just invents new words that no one has ever heard before. But if that's a real word, I'm going to write it down here. An ambivert makes sense to me. And I agree with you, Blake. I think the best salesperson is the one who's not just yakking and giving that boring, long slideshow introverted presentation, but the person who shows enthusiasm, energy, unbelievable confidence. I think these are turn-ons to people. But also on the other side, the introvert, I think has to be a good listener once in a while. Ask a question and then listen for the answer and take notes while you're doing it. So I'd like to think of myself as a ambivert. Heidi Walker, your hair looks better now than before. Thank you, Heidi. I got my pandemic haircut. I could not stand it anymore. I'm telling you. My hair was getting so long. I had this Betty Boop bouffant going out, and I had to get a haircut. And thank you very much. We talk way too much about my hair on these broadcasts, but there's something comfortable about after 8-9 weeks, getting a haircut and all that stuff. That's the greatest. I'm in Colorado, and things are opening up here in Colorado. I'm in a little town about an hour and a half outside of Denver. We don't have the same restrictions. We've opened up to stage 1 or whatever they call it. You can pick up food at the restaurants. You can now go with an appointment to your hair salon or whatever. I should have combed it a little better for you guys anyway. And the supermarkets have everything here. They're really great. Everybody's wearing face masks except for 1 or 2 losers. I mean, jerks. To me, wearing a face mask, be a big deal. It's not so much that it's going to prevent anything. I think it sends a message that we care about our fellow man or woman. My wife's mom is 93 years old. I don't, and she's feisty and she drives and everything. And we can't visit her because of this. And I'd like to think that maybe by me wearing a face mask, I'm helping some other 90, 95, 100-year-old person. I don't want to carry anything or to possibly hurt anybody. I think it's just good manners, good character to wear a face mask when you're in a public setting. What do you guys think? Okay. I hate talking about the pandemic. Aren't we sick? If one more person tells me to wash my hands, I'm going to go nuts. Right. But let's go back to what kind of salesperson do you want to be? By the way, today is brought to you by Bud Light with lime. This is my Monday drinking beer, something a little lighter than I'd like to drink on the weekend. And it's for those of you who like beer, I love a beer in the afternoon. This is a really nice drinking beer. So to your good health, and I do mean that, okay? Salute. Oh, it's delicious. It's refreshing. It's light. It's not as heavy. And I love you guys who've been following me, I love my IPAs and stuff like that. So let's put this here. Maybe Budweiser. I'm not sponsored by Budweiser, but I wish I was. Maybe they'd send me a free case or something like that. I think to be a great salesperson, thanks for talking about the man. We got to talk about him a little. Tell me how strange it is to go into a supermarket and everybody's wearing the masks. I wore the mask with the hoodie and the sunglasses. Okay, man, I look like the damn Unabomber. It's so strange. It's so surreal to go into places and everybody's wearing masks. But I'm living in a place where knock on wood, we don't have the virus. We really don't have it here. We've had like 3-4 incidences, and they were discovered real early. And people are really in the mountains. I don't know what people are in their best behavior. They're keeping social distancing. I even see them when they walk outside or bike ride. They're wearing their face masks. I run every day, and I pull up my face mask if I'm going near a crowd of people or a family or something. Most of the time I'm in the woods, so I don't have to wear it. I trail run every day. Really enjoy it. I think it's just good manners, courtesy. Selling is $1 million skill. I love talking to you guys about it. I have a real estate background, but it doesn't matter what you do. Sales, Prost, yes. I'm Prost, L'chaim, Salute, Kampao, I think is the Asian or Japanese thing. You like wearing the mask. Okay, well, we might be wearing it for a while, Heidi. It might be on. I think this is part of the new culture. Restaurants and things are going to open up soon here in Colorado. And I believe the tables are just going to be far apart, and you're going to wear a mask. And when you eat, you pull down your mask. And then when you leave or pay your bill, you're going to pull it back up. And that's just the way things are going to be for this year. And I think we'll get used to it after a while. It's a cultural shift. I know things are going to get better. I've been listening to Warren Buffett and a lot of different people. I read the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, the Denver Post, the San Diego Union Trib every day. I really want to get a feel. NPR. I like NPR unless they go too crazy with NPR. If you listen to NPR, you know what I'm talking about without me saying it. But I think we're eventually, there's going to be a vaccine. I think we're going to have more testing. The greatest thing about America is the way we adapt to stuff. Nobody is as adaptable, as flexible as America is. And maybe I'm waving the flag here or something, but I think we're going to lick this thing. We're going to learn so much from it. The country's going to come back economically, and I hope so. So I'm more scared. I say this every broadcast. I'm more scared of the economics than I am of the pandemic right now. I think people without jobs, there's a lot of people at home without money and stuff right now. They need to buy food. That lousy government check is not going to cover. They're behind in their rent and their mortgages, their car payments. They need money for food, and they can't work right now. I don't know how. I'm scared about what happens to a society when millions of people don't have enough money to sustain themselves. We need to get going back. What do you guys think? China is pretty flexible. They built a hospital in 24 hours. Yeah, we built hospitals too, real fast. But I don't want to get political. I never get political. I like to bring people together, and politics just brings people. Did you ever go to a dinner party and someone said the T word? Okay, I'm not saying a for or against the president or anything like that. I don't do that. But there's parties where people are rolling on, nice people, polite people, and they're rolling on the floor because we can't have open discussions like we used to anymore. Everybody's a little too hypersensitive lately. Sales, if you're working from home, you've got to be a great communicator. You can know your products, you can know your you can do your marketing, but can you do the conversion? Can you talk to people? And we spent a lot of time today. Let me share my screen one more time here with you guys. Today, we talked a lot about sales mythology in my private group call. I have mentees that I work with every Monday. We get on Zoom. I always pick a theme. We talk about real estate and sales and everything. Today, my theme was sales mythology. There's a lot of garbage about sales out there. Sales, once I learned sales, I turned my life around. I went from a guy who didn't have two nickels to rub together, overeducated. I have business degree. I have a law degree, all that stuff. And I was still broke. And once I learned to be a better communicator, to be a little bit more confident, to stop being that introvert, that shy guy. Okay. Once I learned to be more comfortable with myself, my fortunes changed. But there's a lot of myths out there. Paul, TDS. Tell me what TDS means. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart, Paul. What is TDS? You got to help me, Paul. I know it's going to be you're going to embarrass me now because it's going to be something very, very obvious, right? One of my favorite words, IDGASL. Does anyone know what that means? IDGASL. Take a guess. I'll give you a few seconds. IDGA, Trump derangement syndrome. Thank you. Okay, I wasn't too far off. Okay, Paul, I never would have guessed that. I don't know if anyone would have. IDGASL is the best place for adults who want entrepreneurs who want their own business. It's called, and hide the kids if they're listening, I don't give a shit land. It's where you become so confident, so comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to be anybody else but yourself. You have your own philosophy, your own beliefs. You can communicate them well to people, and you're so confident and comfortable that people identify with that confidence. That's sales. People don't want a sad sack. They don't want somebody who says, "Oh, gee, I don't know if it'll work. Maybe, maybe not." People want somebody who exhibits great confidence, not a braggart, not a bully, not an intimidator. They want somebody who has gives them assurance in any business you're in. Sales is really about that. I have a great mind map here. Let me show it to you guys. I'm going to switch over to share screen. Give me a second here. And I'm going to open it up. There it is. My sales mythology. And I hope this shows up on the screen well. Actually, I'm going to use the other map. It's much better. If I can find it. Come on, where are you hiding? Little mind map. There we go. And here we go. This is a mind map I made up for my group today. And I'm going to go over it real quick with you guys. I love making up mind maps. This mind map in particular is from a company called MindNode. And whenever I get an idea or I want to make a short presentation that's slightly more attractive, I throw together a mind map. And I can usually do these things really fast, 30 minutes or less. And I wanted to talk today. Whoops, did we lose the screen there? I hope not. There we go. Hopefully we're back again. Okay, good. I wanted to talk about mythology in sales. Here's one here. Sales is a numbers game. What do you guys think about that? I don't believe sales. When people say it's a numbers game, to me, it means like going out there and knocking on 100 doors. I want to work smart. I want to have fun. I want to make money. I want to have so when you're saying sales is a number game, I want quality prospects. Instead of making hundreds of calls and getting a lot of rejection, I'd rather make 3 to 5 quality calls with prospects that I have appointments or I'm following up with. I hope you can see it here. I want the numbers to be in my favor. So I'd rather have just a few numbers rather than call 100. The cell phone is dead. Or the phone is dead. No, I believe in calling people. I like to switch them to video as quickly as I can. Got a cute little picture there on the phone is dead. I think picking up, when you get a lead, if you're not picking up the phone right away and immediately communicating with people, somebody else is going to get that sale. Pick up that phone, call people. If you have an iPhone, use the FaceTime device, make it a video call. Why? Because video calls are much better than anything else. You guys know this. If you've ever heard me before, use boilerplate scripts. That's a myth. Don't use scripts. Scripts are caca. Scripts are crap. Okay. You don't need scripts. You just need to be yourself, ask questions, use the gut sales method. If you use my method, is basically, where we set the rules up front. We set an agenda. We go to the prospect and we say, hey, can we have an adult-to-adult conversation? Maybe I can help you. Maybe I have a few solutions to your problem, whether you're buying or selling or use bubble gum or a house or whatever, or life insurance. Maybe I can help you. And then you go to your qualification step is where you learn how to ask questions, but don't use a script. The minute you hear a scripted salesperson, okay, everybody, let's all take a sip of our beer right now. Okay, truth serum. Oh, that's refreshing. The minute you hear a script, forget about it. Okay. My New York even came out there. You know that you're dealing with a manipulative salesperson and the drawbridge goes up. Don't use scripts. I have a lot of other things here. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Product knowledge. Product knowledge is important, but do you need product knowledge, or is that the most important thing, being the smartest salesperson or being the most persuasive salesperson? You need a team. I hear a lot of gurus say this. You need a team. Here's a cute picture from that Little Rascals movie. Listen, The only team you need is a team of one. Give good phone. You can hire your virtual assistants, your webmaster, your acquisition manager, all these dumb things. But the bottom line is, if you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, and you can get on your table and you can give a good presentation, you can have a lot of fun in business and make an awful lot of money. Don't worry so much about hiring all these other people. Get to the phone, and if even better, get to the video if you can. You must have all the answers. No, you must have the right questions. Every prospect is a sale. No, some prospects don't have money. Some prospects don't have the authority to make a commitment. Some prospects are not ready to make. It's not timely. You need to find these things out up front. Every prospect is not a sale. And how many people waste time with prospects? They give these free consultations, these great 38 slide PowerPoint presentations, and then they find out the prospect is they're selling to the wrong person. They have to go to somebody else. They don't have the money approved. It's not in their budget, or it's just not timely. Forget about it. To be a great salesman, do you have to lie? No. I think we're in a society right now where people love the truth. They want to, even if you think it might turn off the prospect. One of my favorite lines is say, Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, can I tell you the truth, or should I just make you feel good and leave here? I think they want somebody who is dramatically different than the traditional salesperson here. Repeat contact is key to sales. I believe in one call. I believe in one phone call, you should be able to qualify the prospect, decide if you can do business with them, or fire them, or follow up with them at another time. So these are this is the mind map. Ask for the order 5 times or more. I think that's just plain annoying. I know they still teach it. Also, what else do they teach? The customer's always right. Oh, God, that gives me a headache. The customer is not always right. And for you to be a 2020 salesperson, sometimes you got to say, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, I think you're making a mistake, and this is why. And I don't think this is going to solve your problem. What you're saying is it's not right anymore. It's not timely. That's something that we knew from 20 years ago. I think you dramatically can be honest with a prospect. Give upfront presentations. Forget about it. Okay. Nobody woke up this morning and said, gee, I hope I hear a 20, 30-minute long presentation from a salesperson. Intellectual presentations or just bore the prospect, and then you get a lot of that. I'll think about it. Make it emotional right up front. Ask questions right up front. Wait, what does your doctor do when you go in the doctor's office? He or she says, where does it hurt? Why are you here? How do you feel? That's the way you start a sales conversation, not by giving a boring presentation. If any of you guys want this, if you want this mind map, let me see if I can put it in here and you can download it. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can do it here in StreamYard. But I'll tell you what, if you want to, let me stop the screen share. If you'd like that mind map, I have a lot of mind maps on transactional analysis, on the psychology of persuasion, on salesmen. If you like any of my mind maps, send me an email, mentor@mac.com. I'm going to put it right in here. And if you have some questions, I'll be glad to answer them here. mentor@mac.com for free mind maps. And I probably won't get them to you this evening. I'll get them to you first thing in the morning. Okay. I've got a lot of great mind maps on sales, on selling, on the gut sales method. Tell me what you want and I'll send it to you. I got a lot of them. I should make a book of my favorite mind maps. Absolutely. Let's take some questions here. Numbers game if you don't have the skills. You're right, Paul. It's, you got to have the skills, but you also want good numbers. You want the statistics in your favor. If you're just calling blind, crappy leads all day long, you're getting rejection. You're getting people who don't want to talk to you. That's depressing. And then when you get depressed and you're not going to the bank, what's the natural reaction? Let's be totally honest here. We don't want to make any more phone calls. It's no fun. I specifically only concentrate on high probable prospects. I do attraction marketing. I'll do in another video. I'll talk about attraction marketing here at another day. My leads, I think I've said this to you guys before. I don't pay any money for my leads. I get great leads every day. People who call me, text me, email me, schedule. I have a calendar on my webpage, claudediamond.com. Anybody can schedule with me. And I tracked a lot of people who have an interest, who've Googled and seen my videos or live streams or Facebooks or podcasts and things like that I've done. And they come to me. That's called virtual attraction. I set up appointments. I talk to those people. My likelihood of closing somebody who has come to me because they already have an interest, they've Googled something that I've posted that has been of interest to them, statistically, probability, I have a much greater chance. And I'd rather talk to 3 to 5 people a day than waste my time knocking on 100 doors or chasing people who are even with you. I know a lot of people use a click funnel and then they give the click funnel to their lovely VA and then their VA sets the appointment, but it's still a crap lead. That's the trouble. I want to speak to people who want to do business so I can put mac and cheese on the table. It's all about that, isn't it? Script suck. How many times have I said that? Oh my God, you're right, Paul. The minute I hear a scripted salesperson, it's over. I'm sorry. What goes through the prospect's head when you get that scripted? Hi there, just getting back to you. Can I have a minute of your time? Boom, you're dead as a salesperson if you're selling some scripts. And I'm sorry, you guys know I like Grant Cardone, I like Robert Kiyosaki, I like Anthony Robbins and all these guys. They have these big books they sell as scripts, and scripts are caca. If you're doomed, I'll make a categorical statement here. And by the way, you can disagree with me. I'm not the last word on anything. But in my opinion, based on running a very successful business, that the minute you start becoming dependent on scripts is when you lose that ability to familiarize, to get that prospect to like and trust you. You're not listening. You're not interacting with them. You're just reading some lines and you hope they react to them. There's no one script that can deal with all the different personalities out there. You've got to learn to ask questions with redirection, reverse psychology, bring in the emotional quotient in it, tell stories, and get that prospect to start talking more than you. Who should talk more in sales? Great question for you guys. Who should be talking? We were talking about extroverts and introverts today. Should we even if we have a quiet, nice engineer guy, he has a little pencil holder here with the little pencils and ink and his pens and everything, the nice guy, and he analyzes everything. Do we want to get that guy talking? Absolutely, because they can give us the information. They can tell us their motivation, their needs, their greeds, their budget. They can tell us how they make decisions. They can even close themselves if we can get them talking more than us. That's called in the, if you ever read my book, The Rules of the Gut Sales Method, it's on my webpage. There's a rule called the 75-25 rule. Can we get the prospect talking more than us? The day, and you heard this before on my mind map, the day of intellectual presentations in the beginning is just plain boring. It's obvious. It's manipulative. You want to be the doctor or the professional in the room. Persuasive. Yeah. How do you become persuasive in sales? How do you make people pay attention, be interested in you? Tell stories, use the 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch. Can you put those 5 senses together when you talk to people? And can you use the word, one of my favorite words, you guys who follow me, you know what I'm going to say next. It's called imagine. Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, imagine that we solved this problem and you didn't have to worry about it anymore. You didn't have to lose sleep on it anymore. And the problem solved. And then boom, boom, boom. And you go in and you tell that story with the 5 senses. Oh my gosh. You're getting there. Look who joined me. Oh my God. Lou, the Iron Man Lou. How you doing, Lou? Let me unmute. There you go.
So you mean I'm the only one that came in to visit you in StreamYard?
I'm so alone here. Paul is typing a lot of nice questions and comments, which I love because it gives me something to react. Paul said tire kickers too. You ever get tire kickers, Lou?
Oh yeah. Well, I used to.
Yeah. What do we do with the Can we identify a tire kicker early on? What is a
Sure.
tire kicker? Let's get a definition. Lou, what's a tire kicker?
Someone who's just trying to see what's there and kind of wasting your time.
Could be someone who's lonely. I get lonely people sometimes. They just want to talk and everything, and that's okay. But time is money. What is the difference between a millionaire and everyone else? The millionaire knows that they only have 24 hours in a day, and the millionaire wants to make that every hour, every minute count while they're working hard. They have a different sense of time and money. Maybe does that sound right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think a lot of people do have that, and they know that, well, if they're not working, they're not making any money.
We're not making any money, the greatest sin of all. And I'm not materialistic, but I love having my own business. I love my favorite word in the world is freedom. I can live where I want. I don't have to worry about money. And I don't need I'm not talking about Bill Gates money or anything like that, or Grant Cardone or anything. I'm talking about having more money than you need to pay off your bills, to live life under your own terms, to take care of your responsibilities, to even be maybe philanthropic. My wife and I we have more than we need. We're very comfortable. I love, like 2 weeks ago, I talked about it. I'm a member of the Lions Club and they're helping this community where I live up in the mountains now. They are going to all the restaurants and they are buying gift cards. And they're giving all this money, thousands of dollars to the restaurants. And they're saying, here's $1,000 in a gift card. I want you to give that food away for free to the community, to people who are hungry. There are people hungry. How about in San Diego right now? What's going on? Give me the San Diego report.
Well, I don't. Well, I know there's people going. No, I don't think they're going hungry. Sun's out, but we're still under house arrest.
Yeah,
no,
I call it hibernation. We're hibernating here. Guess who's coming out of their caves and stuff right now? I had a picture on it. I had a picture on it the other day. The bears, these 300, 400-pound bears are coming out, and they got little cubs they're still feeding, and they're damn hungry. They've been in torpor. They've been asleep for 4, 5, 6 months, and they're coming out hungry and mean right now. They can go wherever they want.
Yeah,
well, we can wear a face mask either. Suzette says we must be honest. Suzette, I love that picture with you and Nick. Suzette and Nick joined me in Hawaii in January. Hard to believe. January, the world was such a different place, and we were in Hawaii and Kauai, and it was just great. How are you? Bring me up to date. How are you doing? How you doing, Lou?
Oh, still working on trying to understand my lease options and my sales on that. I'm trying to just start making phone calls. I need to make phone calls. So
yeah. Paul Ayer made a good comment. Paul, I should get you on here today. Like you say, the phone can be a cactus. I've experienced that where, man, anything but pick up the phone. That means I got to talk to people and they're going to reject me or not like me or kind of talk snippy to me. Who wants to do that, right?
That's right.
But if we can get past that, if we can be so so confident and have a sales system, and we can talk to peeling wallpaper in our underwear, guess what happens to our bank account?
Supposedly it's supposed to go up. So.
It goes up. March and April were two of the best months. And I was talking today on my group call. Were you on the group call today?
I was.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. I saw you there. And then you had to switch off, I think, early.
No, I was on the whole
way. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about it is we just made a tremendous start for May. We've already hit our numbers for May. And it's only May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Has anyone said that to you today?
No, not yet.
But for my Star Wars fans. Hey, big question. This is real important. You're in San Diego. San Diego is Cinco de Mayo heaven. And
Right.
Is there going to be any Cinco de Mayo this year? Is it dead?
You know, I don't know. We're sort of expecting it to. We were expecting it to be dead with the coronavirus thing.
I know.
But Cinco de Mayo. It's kind of funny. Cinco de Mayo, the biggest day. It's going to fall on Taco Tuesday. We're supposed to be ready for that, right? But now
wait. I never. What's Taco Tuesday? Hell, illuminate me or
come on, God. It's like every Tuesday here in California.
Every pub, every bar has a Taco Tuesday, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's not a national holiday once a year. That's what I was thinking.
Tacos are cheap, like 99 cents for a taco.
What's the best food? What's the most perfect cheap food in the world? Just a good taco or carne asada or just one of those good burritos that you can get all over San Diego. Yep, we're talking about food here now. We're going to this is danger, Will Robinson. I start talking about, is food one of the most emotional things you could talk about?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. I love
and beer.
And beer. Or did you? Oh, you're in East Lake. You know, one of the best breweries in San Diego is in East Lake. Have you gone there yet? Do you know the name of that brewery?
Yeah, it's the Brazil.
It's Nova
Brazil.
Nova Brazil. This is the most. I'll tell you, their beer is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's in East Lake there, and and they have a taco, and they not a taco. I think they have a Mexican food truck that they park sometimes there.
Yeah, well, they moved that. They moved to Nova Brazil. It's now at the mall.
That's right. They're at the what's the name of that mall there? Oh God,
Otay Ranch.
Otay Ranch. They don't have the old place open. They still. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of switched from sales to now we're talking about beer and tacos here. It is like no contact.
Sorry, I didn't. Maybe I should have popped on. Sorry, guys.
No, I love that you popped on. So did they close the old place, the brewery, and it's all now in the new mall there?
Yeah, I think it's a new mall. It's in the new mall. I think they closed the other one, the one where they originally started. But because I see a real estate sign in the window. Commercial sign, so.
Yeah. Paul says a lot of businesses are still closed in San Diego. Oh, is everybody are they doing protests and things like that? I know Governor, what's his name? Newcomb.
You don't want me to say. Newsom.
Is he still a hardliner with opening up stuff?
Well, San Diego and LA are limited opens, but Orange County's been fully closed. He's shutting them down.
Oh yeah. Francisco says here, would you say our personality is a tool we use in our own favor? Absolutely, Francisco. To all things to thine own self be true. I think that comes from Cyrano de Bergerac. The guy wants to meet a girl, but he's too scared to communicate with her. He has his friend do it all. Just be yourself, Francisco. You're just good enough. Just who you are. You don't have to be Luke Quinault or Claude Diamond or anybody else. Just be yourself. Get to that level of confidence, and people sense that makes you so much more likable and trustworthy, and you blow away your competition when you make that connection with people. It's real, and when they see that you're real. What's the word millennials use? Lou, you're younger than me. Epic. Transparent. What's some of those other good millennial words?
I'm not a millennial, so I don't know.
I know, but you're closer to a millennial than I am, believe me. But it's just a transparent, honest, epic. When people sense that you're a truthful person, somebody said that in the questions, in the comments there. I think everybody wants it to go to somebody they can trust, who they're getting the straight poop from, who's not just, I don't think people mind if you want to make money off them, but they want value and they want to be confident in their purchase. True or false?
Oh, absolutely true.
I think so. I think you blow away your competition One little guy here with good Wi-Fi, good computer on top of a mountain can make more money than a guy with an office with a lot of overhead and personality, a big advertising budget. One little guy who knows how to do social media and can communicate to people, maybe a likability, a trust, or some solutions to problems, can make a hell of a lot more money without all the hassles and expense. That was a mouthful. It really was. Let's add the only Jeffrey Carfagna. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Jeffrey. I apologize. The only thing I have found worth memorizing is the questions I will ask. I love pattern interrupts. Brilliant, Jeffrey. Pattern interrupts are key. Using pain and pleasure psychology as my guide to sell. Good. That's a really poignant thing, especially the pattern interrupts. Lou, when you start a phone call, Lou, do you say, hi, I'm just reaching out. Can I have a minute of your time? No, don't ever say, can I have a minute of your time, ladies and gentlemen, because you're setting yourself up for instant rejection. And don't use the verbiage or the scripts that your competition is doing. How do you start a conversation, Lou? That somebody brand new, you just wanted to interact.
It's like, it could be anything. So how you doing? If you're talking about trying to get someone on the phone and trying to buy property or sell a property, it's it could be anything really. It shouldn't be, hey, Mr. Diamond, do you have a minute of your time?
That's what we call a closed-end question. And they get and in one word, no, you're a dead man walking. You've all that marketing, all that studying, everything you've done in one set. Can I have a minute of your time, sir? Are you busy right now, Mr. Quinal? Yeah, I'm real busy. Call me in a week or two. Leave me alone. Take me off your list. Boom, you're dead in the first 3 seconds.
Right.
That's crazy selling. Instead of pattern interrupt, for those of you who don't know, is basically. It's coming from a different place and going to people. Lou, hi, Claude Diamond here. Sorry it took me so long to get back to you. How can I help you today? Lou, why am I calling you? Lou, excuse me. I got a message here on my desk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's up? What can I do for you? Well, you called me.
You called me. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking
about? I don't
either.
You know, my wife said the same thing on our honeymoon. Can you help me? I got your name. This isn't about real estate or something like that, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're selling a property here.
That's it. It's sold already, right?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Would you like to sell it right now?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I need a property right now. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions? You ask me a few. Maybe we'll be a good fit. Maybe I can help you solve the problem. I'll make you a couple offers, and please fire me if anything I say it doesn't resonate with you. I'm just here to do good business. Is that okay, sir?
Absolutely, yes.
Boom. Did you ever hear a salesman off the role play? Have you?
Sure.
I'm still waiting for a salesperson to say something like that. You don't have to buy from me today. I'm not here to shove it down your throat. I'm here to help you solve a problem, and I'm not ashamed of making money or doing business here.
Right.
I'd love to meet that person. Yeah. But I think I'm the only one teaching this shit.
I got to keep on practicing that.
You know what? You know why I love teaching and doing stuff like this, the role plays, the Zoom calls, because when I make my phone calls, I'm warmed up.
Right. That makes sense.
Isn't it hard to start from a cold start sometimes?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Facebook user says, Wendy. Paul says Cinco de Mayo curbside. Don't we love those? Do you have a favorite? Are the food trucks still running in San Diego? Maybe that's a silly question. Are they shut down too?
I don't know. I hadn't noticed, but I know there's a Guamanian food truck that goes by.
What is that like in you mean like Guatemala? Is that what?
No, like from Guam.
Guam. Oh, I'm sorry. I learned something. I never heard the word Guamanian. I've learned something here today.
Ah,
you're okay. You're a sharp guy.
Thanks.
Guamanian. Okay.
Guamanian. You know the island of Guam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have
that Filipino food kind of food.
Yeah, Filipino, Hawaiian. It was not Hawaiian, but I mean, they're islanders and they have their own style of food. Yeah.
What is the best South Pacific food in the world? Pancit.
Yeah.
Tell me, if you're hungry, do you really want a cup of over salty ramen from Lipton, or would you love to have a big bowl of pancit with the pasta, with the shrimp and everything? I mean, isn't that phenomenal food?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you kind of move a little what they call calamansi, which is like well, I wouldn't say lemon. You can put lemon, but it's like a citrus that you put on top of it. Yeah.
You could put lime in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Paul says that there are some protests in San Diego right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I think everybody has cabin fever right now. I don't think ever in American society have we been quarantined like this. And we don't, there's only so many damn Netflix movies you can watch before you want to go play volleyball again at PB.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. Jeffrey says, like lasagna. Lasagna is the perfect. Is there any? I'm like, what's the name of that cat that loves lasagna? Help me out. There's that cartoon character. You guys type it in there for me. Help me. What? Clifford? No.
Garfield?
Garfield. Thank you. Oh, God, I had a brain fart there. Is there anything better than lasagna layered with sausage and meatballs and cheese and ricotta, and it's baked and you get it hot and steamy on a plate? You got a little real garlic bread on the side and a nice glass of wine.
Yeah.
If I just use and you bite into the crunch of the garlic bread and you're eating that hot, delicious lasagna with the meat and the cheese, and it burns your roof of your mouth a little bit, but you don't mind because you're washing it down with that wonderful French wine. What am I doing right now, Lou?
Well, you're selling.
What am I demonstrating, however?
I forget the term, but I know what you're doing. Yes.
Now, this is a form of almost conversational hypnosis, getting someone relaxed, using those descriptive terms to paint a picture in their mind. I guarantee you we have a lot of people watching this thing right now, because we're on like 5 different networks, social media networks right now.
Right.
And I guarantee you someone is saying, I gotta have lasagna tonight.
I'm thinking about that right now. Yeah. But if you ever come back, they have and if they're still serving it, and they're open, Cheesecake Factory has a birthday lasagna. It's really good.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I love it. And they're probably close too, right?
They're open just for takeout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope these you know what? Seriously, I know so many restaurants and everything. These people work so hard. They're putting their kids through school. They're paying their bills like everyone else. They put their whole life into these restaurants. They work a gazillion hours a week. They never take vacations. And they've been closed for 2 months now?
Yeah.
I mean, does your heart go out to these people? How are they surviving? Like even the Nova Brewery we were talking about. Breweries are open, however, in Colorado. How about in San Diego? Are the breweries open?
I don't think they are. No.
Wow. What are they doing with all that beer? They have these giant stainless steel things with 1,000 gallons of beer. What are they doing with all that beer?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there's going to be I told Claudia, my wife, I said, when this, pardon my language, ladies, when this shit is over, we are adults here. When this shit is over, I want to throw a party. I want to invite everybody I know, have a ton of food. I want to put on my white John Travolta suit. Do we need a party? This country needs a party. When we need a party so bad. I hope by 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, when they have a vaccine and this thing is gone, is everybody going to have the world's biggest party?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to happen. I mean,
absolutely. Lou, with that, it is Taco Monday night tonight.
Oh.
And I have to go. Chris says, hello, Claude. I love Coors. I like Coors too. I think Coors is a really nice summer drinking beer. It's a nice light beer. It's a good beer. Thank you. We're talking about lasagna here. We're talking curbside delivery. Suzette is back. We are coming to your party. You are invited to. I'm going to throw a party in California, Hawaii, or on the mountain here in Colorado, and you're all invited. Okay, we'll warm up the Grant Cardone jet. Lou, thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I was all alone until you came.
Well, thanks for having me. I didn't realize that we could pop on in and you'd have us. So.
Anyone can pop on into my calls. I love talking to people, sharing the dumb things, the smart things, the fun things.
So don't forget your shield, your mask.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I've got it. Where's my? I made a mask out of my Crown Royal. You know the bag that Crown Royal whiskey comes in.
I saw it.
I have one goal in life is to share people what works, what doesn't work, and I think we need to laugh more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're a little too stressed out in that. With that, I'm going to bid you adieu.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Lou, if anybody wants to contact you and talk to you and do a real estate deal in beautiful Chula Vista, California, what do they need to do?
You can call or text me at 619-888-2249.
This is Iron Man Lou. This is a good guy. This is a nice man, a smart man. He knows Southern California better than anyone. Give him a call. Everybody take care. Lou, thank you. Nick, Suzette, Paul, Jeffrey, everybody, thanks for joining. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.